Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman and my dogs are sneezing. Today we're going to be talking about what happens when we have Jupiter in the third house in astrology. So yeah, let's get into that. Before we do, I'd like to let you guys know, if you don't already, that I am a Vedic astrologer. And I do Vedic astrology, so if you're interested in any of my products, services, courses, anything that I have to offer, all right there. Then you can go to gebotheshaman.com right down here. I am having massive bundle sales going on right now. You can get 2 courses for half the price of one. It's pretty insane. So yeah, check that out. And yeah, Jupiter in the third house. So, in order to understand this position, we need to understand what Jupiter means. Then we'll talk about what the third house means. Put them together. Bob's your uncle, Franny's your aunt. What is it called? We have our, we're creating our own analysis from those 2 positions, so. Anyway, so we need to understand what that all means. So what is Jupiter? Jupiter is knowledge, wisdom. It's Jupiter is traditionally referred to as the guru, the teacher. So Jupiter has a lot to do with spirituality, religion, higher education. Has a lot to do with philosophy and things like that. Jupiter is the karka, or significator, of children. Jupiter is, all about, wealth and money and expanding things and things like that. So that's a positive. Jupiter is the most benefic planet in astrology. So, it's a really positive planet. And no matter where it's placed, in a negative sign or, a positive one, it's always going to give good results to varying degrees. So, yeah, so that's Jupiter. And so the third house, what is that? Well, Gemini is traditionally the third sign of the zodiac, corresponding to the third house. So when we think about the third house, we can think of Gemini energy. So this third house is all about our communication, back and forth, interpersonal communication, how we get along with people. Third house is also our siblings. It is our siblings, so it is like, our brothers and sisters, especially our younger siblings. The 11th house would be older siblings. The third house would be younger siblings. So, yeah, so then with, third house also represents our courage, our strength, our ability to go out there and do things. Third house is also representative of like communications in business, like dealing with like money and things like that. So anyway, so what happens when we have Jupiter in the third house? Well, so with this placement, we are expanding our communication. Jupiter is the planet of expansion and bringing good things and positive things. We are expanding our relationship with our siblings. So, you know, your relationship with your siblings is likely to be pretty good, and it'll grow over time. And so oddly enough, you might have a very a relationship with your siblings which has to do with like philosophy, or something like that, where like that kind of brings you guys together, and like some, maybe it's spirituality, maybe it's something like that, religion, higher education, something like that. You'll kind of relate to your siblings in that regard. And this means that you can be a teacher to your siblings. So you can like be a role model to your younger siblings. This also means that you will probably you're very much less likely to be an only child. Jupiter in the third house typically gives you siblings, younger siblings. So, because Jupiter is the karka of children, and third house is your younger siblings. So, it makes sense that if the Lord of children is in the house of your younger siblings, it's going to bestow younger siblings on you. So, I find that with a lot of people with this placement. But what about communication? So, with this placement, this gives you the ability to talk a lot, and you can even like teach. So you'll be like very, very philosophical in your communication, very you might like to talk about spirituality, or religion, or higher education. So you could be a professor or something like that. You could do well as a professor. Talking about these, conveying these, higher minded ideas to people. And so yeah, I feel like you would like to just, you'll be one of those people who likes to talk about spirituality and stuff like that. So you could be a preacher, you could be a spiritual teacher, a guru, you could be a YouTuber who just talks about spirituality. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Let me see how I am. And I am good. So yeah, I think that does it for today. If you want to stick around for some ads, I would greatly appreciate that. Just allows me to, get a chance to explain a little bit of what I do on the channel and stuff. So if you look up there, I have my Vedic Astrology certification course, and that is great for people who are just getting into astrology, or maybe you know a lot about astrology, but you just want to make a business out of it. Well, this is a great chance to do that, because not only does it walk you through like step A through step Z of my procedure for the Vedic astrology readings that I give, but it also, it'll, like, once you pass the test, you'll actually get your own Vedic astrology website to become a Vedic astrologer professionally. So it is a awesome opportunity to take advantage of, and it's great to earn some extra income and things like that. The economy is pretty bad right now, so that's an opportunity for you. And then we have the Vedic astrology readings. I have my standard astrology reading that I do for everybody. And then I do have readings where I specialize and go into your career, your relationships, things like that. And then we have the birth time rectifications. So basically, for birth time rectification, I ask you some very simple questions, and I nail your birth time down to the span of 1 minute. There hasn't been a client yet that I haven't gotten down to 1 minute. So, and I've had some very challenging clients. So, people who don't know their exact birth time, not even within the span of a couple of hours, not even with the span of 5 hours or 10 hours. People who just know, I was born on this day and that's it. Find my birth time. So I've had to deal with some really challenging birth time rectifications, so I know that I can do it. I'm well prepared, well equipped, and that's one of the things that I like doing. So then we have the distance energy healing. So if you are interested in that, that's a great opportunity for you to just relax and allow yourself to heal yourself. And that's really what's going on, is you're healing yourself, but of course I help. I work, I basically build the energy up to and give it to my guides, who then work with your guides and give the energies to you. So it's a very powerful energy healing that I do, and it's 1 hour long, so of high level energy work. So all right, and then we have the career coaching and the life coaching. So if you're interested in that, there's a great opportunity to find out what you want to do with your life. I mean, a lot of people are just struggling with no path or purpose or passion or anything like that. So it's a great opportunity to get yourself a career consultation. And then we have the Qigong courses. So the Cosmic Qigong and the Self-Transformation Challenge. Both of those are great courses that, are build up the energy within your body, and, release a bunch of junk that you've been holding on to, and make you feel good. So that's why I do them. They make me feel good. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for today. So if you want to check out everything that I have to offer, you can go to gebotheshaman.com, and I have a bunch of bundle sales going on right now. So go check them out. Alright, peace.